Welcome. These stories today come from r/today I fricked up. Enjoy. Today I fricked up by sitting on my right testicle and blacking out because of the pain. TLDRLS in the title. It was our average summer vacation day. I woke up late, ate breakfast, blah blah blah. Then I made a Nutella milkshake, which is actually really tasty, and went to sit down on the living room chair. That's when disaster struck. I don't really know how and why, probably the angle I was about to sit on, but I sat on my right testicle. The pain was insane. I jumped off the chair and started walking out, in pain. Suddenly I had black spot clouding my eyes, and the next thing I know, I'm on the floor with my milkshake over me and my mom screaming. I blacked out for a few seconds, and honestly it was the scariest few seconds of my life. I had a pounding headache, but at least my right testicle didn't hurt anymore. I'm fine now, and my mother calmed down before calling the ambulance. That was the first time I ever blacked out, and I honestly was really scared. Edit. A lot of people are asking for the Nutella milkshake, so you must heat your Nutella just enough so it becomes more of a liquid. Then you add it to warm milk and shake, or use a blender. You can add chocolate ice cream for more flavor BTW. Edit 2. Everyone worrying about my testicle. Please don't. I didn't sit on it that bad, and I don't think I fainted just from the pain from that. I don't drink water a lot, so it was probably also from dehydration. If there is something wrong, it wouldn't stop hurting 40 seconds later. Today I fricked up by accidentally telling over 100 strangers I was about to jack off. Posted this as a comment somewhere else, and a buddy said I should post it here. This happened a little while back. I was playing EVE Online and said goodnight to everyone and exited the game, but forgot to mute my mic or turn off mumble. I had turned the mic on the auto setting to that night, so I didn't have to hold a key or anything, which is really uncommon since they usually have strict rules about that. That being said, I naturally forgot about my mic and had just taken my headset off. Walked upstairs with the headset around my neck to grab a beer while singing and beatboxing. Exaggerated DJ voice. I'm about to beat this DUHUC. Imma beat it. I'ma beat it. Woo Imma beat it. I'ma beat it. Woo. This went on for about a minute. About halfway through my song I start hearing quiet noises from my headset. I realized it wasn't off, so I put it back on to see what everyone's talking about, thinking some cool stuff was happening, since it was really quiet when I got off. I immediately hear about 90 people losing their shit laughing, with others saying holy crap, does he know? And I'm talking that raspy crying sounding laughs where you're just pushing out air. I sat there for a few seconds, freaking horrified, since these are just random people from my massive corp, before whispering did you all hear all that? And about 20 people started singing it back, and others started yelling duck at the top of their lungs in their own DJ voices. For those of you who don't use Mumble, there's a feature that shows who's talking at the time on an in-game overlay, and since it was dead quiet except for the occasional until message, everyone knew it was me. The worst part of this was I was always super professional and serious sounding when talking on there, and there were over 150 people in Mumble on that specific channel. So for the entire time I was in that corp, every time I got on and said something in Mumble, at least a couple people mentioned that or started singing that song, prompting other people to ask what the fuck is happening, and thus I had to relive that almost every time I played for over a year. TLDR, accidentally left mic on after leaving game, sang a song about jacking it, while over 100 people listened in. They didn't stop reminding me about it until I stopped playing about a year later. Today I fricked up by accidentally putting Mentos and Diet Coke in my mouth at the same time in a foreign country. Being half Japanese, I take a trip to Japan every 2 years with my dad to visit relatives, sightseeing, etc. Unfortunately I was never actually taught Japanese, so having my dad there with me is super useful when I need assistance. On our trips my dad usually takes a day to go hang out with his old friends. We live in the US and usually leaves me at our hotel or whatever. Today was one of those days. While laying in bed watching PewDiePie's Minecraft videos I got quite hungry and thought to myself I can go down to the convenience store and get some snacks by myself, right? Normally, yes. So I take a couple thousand yen that my dad left me and walk to the nearest Family Mart. For those of you who don't know, it's a Japanese convenience store. I browse the shelves a bit and up buying a bento meal, Mentos, and a Diet Coke. Checking out goes fine, since I don't really need to communicate, just hand over money. So as I walk back to my hotel in the middle of a crowded sidewalk, my dumbass decided to pop a few Mentos in my mouth just because. So I suck on those for a while, and then without even thinking about the consequences I take a huge swig of Diet Coke, like so big that I can't swallow all of it and it's just sitting in my mouth. Then all of a sudden feel a very weird foaming in my mouth. Then it hits me. I remember the experiments I did in elementary school, the crazy Russian hacker vids, etc. That was the very moment I knew I fricked up. So before I can think literally anything else, it's foaming out of my mouth, and I choke a little and end up just spewing out this Diet Coke foam. So obviously the people around me notice and come up to me and start speaking Japanese. And of course I'm sitting there, completely clueless. They were probably asking me if I needed help. I'm dying of sheer embarrassment, so I deadass just bolt back to my hotel with foam dripping down my face and clothes. I'm feeling sticky everywhere, and life is not good. Once I get back to my hotel room and start to settle in, I remember that I left my actual food on the sidewalk. So I just ended up starving until my dad came home and brought some leftovers. Today I fricked up by being funnier than Miso and allowing her to post it on Reddit. This happened last night / the wee hours of this morning. Last night while Miso was at work, she asked me to pick up tampons on my way home. She is a bartender and didn't want to stop at a store or gas station late night when she got off. Me, being a guy, completely forgets until about 30 minutes until she is scheduled to get off work. So I jump in the truck and haul ass to the nearest 24-hour mega store. While I'm making my journey, I decide to roll the windows down and blast some music to enjoy the summer air. I'm in a pretty great mood. I had the day off and Miso was about to be off, and we had plans to binge watch some New Girl. My journey into town is about a 35-minute drive down a road with literally no street lights and no buildings. Just open desert. So while admiring the full moon, my mind starts to wander. What can I do to add a little romance to this situation? Cover the bed in some Dove chocolates? Maybe some flowers? I make it to the store, retrieve the items, and start my trek back home. Miraculously, I made it back home before her. Finally I decide, nah, romance isn't nearly as great as comedy. So when I get home, I break open the box and spell out anal on the bed with the tampons. So gets home and goes straight to the room to change. I follow her in seconds later and find her on the floor laughing. She takes a picture, posts it on r/funny, her second post ever, and it blows up. Now she won't stop teasing me about having more karma and how she is famous. I've created a monster. TLDR, spelled out anal, with Miso's tampons. She thought it was funny and posted it on Reddit. Reddit agreed, and now she thinks she's famous and is holding her newfound karma over my head. Edit. Wow. My first ever medal. Thank you, kind stranger. Now at least I can hold this over her head whenever she randomly shouts out how much karma she has. Edit 2. Gentlemen, we are currently in the lead. Whoever has more karma at the end of the night gets to frick the other's ass. Edit 3. We are ending this contest at 11:59 PST on the 17th of July 19. It looks like I'm going to win, but since she is not able to edit / update her original post, I would like to say a few things. I had no clue this would blow up like this. I thought I'd get 10 upvotes and send it to her as a joke when she was being obnoxious about having 2,500 more karma than me in the span of a day while I've been in here for a year. This has made our day off together one of the best ones in a while. That being said, please go show her some of that love I know Reddit is so capable of showing. She is truly my better half and deserves all the attention and happy comments. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like for more future content.